After years of trauma, after years of abuse, he finally became the king. We've all seen videos of people passing the flip out whenever they see him off of him just standing still. Michael Jackson, bro. I think it's wild how there's really no other artist with the amount of change that he's had and still kept that same high level quality of music. Like, that's extremely rare, a one-of-one artist that comes once per generation. You can almost say it's a God-given talent, but just because you have a God-given talent doesn't exclude you from the hardships of life. Any great star that had to get where they are has, and we all know MJ's wasn't the greatest. And a lot of this stemmed from Michael's father, Joseph Walter Jackson. He was really hard on Michael and his other kids, forcing them to sing and dance whenever they didn't want to until near perfection. Practicing night and day. And some might say it's bad, but this is what formed the Jacksons into stars. So this begs the question, where do you draw the line for discipline? Because even if you look at some of the oldest and ancient texts that we have, discipline is needed to become great and prevail. Denying your lizard brain, denying your temptations, and doing that work when you don't feel like doing it. It's a necessary tool for anybody of his level to get where they are. The greatest athletes, the greatest businessmen, the greatest kings, all needed discipline. Healthy habits, keeping routine, consistency, responsibility, hard work. These are all traits of discipline to make you great. But for Michael Jackson, he's different. For some reason, a lot of that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, why is that? I'm not saying Michael didn't have these traits, but they were installed into him. That's because a lot of the discipline attributes were corrupted by his father. Joseph's idea of making his kids great was beating them the freak up. And what happens when you crack something? It has a chance of breaking, right? Michael even said it himself that he felt sick to his stomach whenever his father would come around him.
I mean, scared. So scared that I would regurgitate.
You would vomit?
Mm-hmm.
What would produce that sort of reaction in you?
His presence.
And just hold my hand, let me take you to the Bible. Proverbs 13:24. Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them. Now, why did I tell you all this? Because this proves that Joseph Jackson was a narcissist, projecting onto his kids, being selfish, thinking of the perfect image of the family instead of looking who's in that family. Every time a claim of abuse gets brought up, the question gets completely turned down.
I know you're denying the stories about violence.
I never abused my son.
So he would tease you, make fun of you?
Yes.
Did he ever beat you?
Yes.
Demonstrating that lack of empathy for his own son. Looking at somebody's accomplishments and qualities with bitterness is what the internet does, but to have that same hostility towards your own son? Now, I'm not trying to paint Joseph as some supervillain. We're all human. We've all sinned. And his true intentions was probably just to help his kids be successful, and this was his way of disciplining them. But at what cost, though? Just take it from the wisdom book itself. But let's make a conclusion. Although poor Michael went through what he went through, not being the same as other kids, the harm his father costed him, Michael was molded into the greatest pop star of all time. So I guess despite what other people are trying to tell you on this planet, in this world, the only person you could really be is you. Your dreams, your aspirations. The things blocking us from our goals a lot of the time, we know what it is, but it's just hard to let it go and leave it behind. And for MJ's case, this is coming from his own father, one of the most credible people in your life whenever you're a child. The person you're supposed to feel the safest around, meaning that whatever your mom or dad says to you, the weight of it is just so much heavier.
I used to not look at myself. I'd wash my face in the dark. I wouldn't want to look in the mirror.
Really?
And my father teased me. And I just hated it. I cried every day.
Your father would tease you about your pimples?
He would tell me I'm ugly.
Your father would say
Yes,
that?
he would. Sorry, Joseph.
Yeah.
He was so handsome, but Michael didn't think he was handsome.
So even when you were with him, he didn't think he was handsome?
No, because he was suffering with some acne things, and he didn't like that.
And Mike looked in the mirror and did not think he was, I mean, for God's sakes, he's the youngest, he's the lead singer. He didn't think he was handsome?
No. He didn't.
Wow.
This is why he probably felt the need to do the victory tour for his family and get a rhinoplasty, because the image others had of him and he had of himself. I think MJ was just a big kid at heart, who really tried to make good because of his living conditions growing up, because he was naturally very empathetic. And he did this not just for kids, but for whoever just felt low in life. So it truly is sad to think that he's been vindicated years after his death. And despite the hate, one thing we could take away from Michael's life is if you really want to do something, you aren't going to let anyone stop you from doing it. His father, his insecurities, the press, the allegations, these are all things that after years and years would break a lot of people. But what happens when you crack something? It has a chance of repairing itself and building itself back up again. And perseverance is one of the traits of a king. And, well, we already know his title. We all know Michael has King's Hockey. King's Hockey is only given to those who are gifted with it. There isn't any way you can develop it from learning it. And Michael Jackson was just born with that gift, that voice, those moves. Sure, they were improved on, but natural talent like that? And if we're taking MJ having conqueror's hockey literally, supposedly only 1 in a million people had this ability, and only rulers had this ability. And MJ did exactly that, capturing the whole world with singing and dancing. And if there's one thing that unites all of us humans together, it's through music. And through Michael Jackson's music, I think he did exactly that.